Hello and welcome to this short Just a Thought webinar. This week we're going to look at customer value. Smarter people than I understand that we shouldn't allow price or product to dominate our thinking. They know we should focus on the value we deliver to the customer if we want to have a successful business. My name is Ian James. I'm the Chief Executive and Founder of RetailTribe, a company that is dedicated to helping to create financially sustainable communities. One of the four pillars of community development is in fact personal value to the community member. In this case, as we're talking about in this webinar, the golfer. At the PGA offices in Palm Beach Gardens, one of the subjects we talk about a lot is understanding the golfer and defining the value they're looking for. Mike O'Donnell leads the work as part of the transformation of the player development department. Ted Eleftherio takes that work and transforms it into materials for the section workshops that are held around North America. In those workshops, Ted uses a Tony Martinez case study. I'm going to borrow that material and use it to showcase the benefit of understanding customer value. Let's start with Cara. Cara has just finished a Get Golf Ready program. She thought golf looked cool, fun and social. Very clearly the customer value that Cara is looking for out of golf is fun out on the golf course, enjoyment with friends. Tony Martinez created an awful lot of Caras, 342 Caras in 1 year, a tremendous achievement. Trouble is, the Wall Street Journal discovered that throughout North America, 85% of golfers who participated in an introductory golf program of some sort didn't ever go on to make it to the recreational level. They fell out of golf. We only managed to migrate 15% of people who came through an introductory program into the point where they became golfers. And if you think about Cara having completed her Get Golf Ready program, it's easy to see why that's the case. She finishes a program which she's got to a very limited skill level on, and then is faced with traditional golf. Maybe just 9 holes, usually 18 holes of significant challenge each time she stands on the tee box. Water, rough, bunkers. It's tough for a Cara to get enjoyment and fun out of the challenge she's presented with. Tony, and can I credit his wife Gretchen, discovered that actually of their 342 Caras, only 28 went on to play 1 round of golf or more, so fairly well in line with the Wall Street Journal stats. So they decided to do something about it. They got hold of a large number of the people who had been through their Get Golf Ready program to find out why they weren't going on to play golf. And what they discovered was many were prepared to redo the program just so they could play in the 9 holes of 40 yards a hole at the end of the program. They had loved it. They had got everything they'd been looking for from that event. So credit Tony Martinez, because what he did at Keaton Park was actually schedule in his programming a 9-hole 40-yard event fairly regularly. And his ladies told him what they thought. His car has turned out and created 4,200 extra rounds in a year. Now let's think about customer value here. For Cara, does the 9 holes where she plays full length from the ladies' tee, does that provide her with more value? She'll probably have to pick up on most holes and is not really going to get a chance to register a score or even to putt out. Or 9 holes taking on a challenge over 40 yards she has a hope of the occasional success with. I don't have to make that decision on which is the best value. Cara's already made it. If out of all those people, that 342 that went through the program, only 28 rounds were created at full fee versus 4,200 40-yard rounds at full fee, they've told us, the customers told us what they value most. Understanding customer value is critical to the success of your golf club. A similar Cara decision is actually being made every day, every week, every month by over half of the golfers at your clubs. If we look at statistics, and these are from a few years ago when we had 27 million golfers and we only have 23.8 million golfers now, so maybe we should pay a lot of attention to these statistics. If we look at these statistics, we'll find that over half our golfers are occasional. And when I talk to general managers or directors of golf and ask them, how many of your golfers play less than once a month? I'm told it's more than half. What that means is more than half our golfers are finding something else of more value to them in their free time. That should be concerning us. We should be spending time not thinking of these people as faceless numbers who don't come down to our golf club, but we should be finding out what it is that we can do to entice them to spend more time at the club, more time on the golf club, what we can do to navigate them through the growth through recreational to the point where they become a regular golfer. Unfortunately, having that conversation is often difficult because as an industry we probably need to do better at understanding what we're selling. We're fairly good at knowing the what, by the way. We know tee times or membership or equipment or lesson, but people don't buy the what. For people it's the why. Why does somebody ring up and book a tee time? If we understand that, we'll have a better idea of appealing to that person and inspiring them to come down and play at our golf club. It's the same with equipment, but too often we think we're trying to sell a driver when really the customer's trying to buy 27 extra yards or something of that sort. Lessons is the best example I can use of an area where we already have in front of our eyes examples of how we can improve, because actually no one wants to buy lessons. Aimpoint actually have proved that if you market and promote a value to the customer, make everything, then you can fill clinics and programs with customers looking for that value. Let's extend that Aimpoint thinking. This isn't really John, I've just borrowed a photograph, but John Avon is a real person. He plays regional level racket sports. He has very good eyeball hand coordination. He plays golf every week with 11 buddies, sometimes shoots low 80s. I've seen him be about to shoot 78 and blow out on the 18th. But usually, and frustratingly, he's in the 90s. He knows he should do better. But every time he thinks about some growth, all that he finds advertised is lessons, often with discounts, like 6 for the price of 4, but it never tips him over to making an investment. The value John is looking for that nobody seems to offer is he wants to break 85 consistently. He knows he should be able to do that. For him, somebody who would offer a program break 85 every time would have a winner. That would be the value that John wanted. The only question we then have is, what would he pay for it? And the facts are that John would pay a lot more for a program that offered him break 85 every time than he would do for the 6 for 4 lessons. It's important that we start to change our thinking. We need to change our own conversations within the industry and make the customer, as Michael Donald points out, the customer and their value, what they're looking for their fulfillment as the most important question, and not just for the golfer that presents himself at our golf club every day, but all the golfers, all 23.8 million golfers, and the many we don't see, should interest us. We should find out what their customer value is and how we can deliver it. We can then turn this industry on its head. If you're interested in anything I've discussed here, or you want materials, or you have a comment to make, or even a disagreement, please can you contact me at tf@retailtribe.com. If you'd like to schedule attendance at a PGA of America section workshop, and I would really recommend if you haven't been on one, you do get on one, then please contact Ted Eleutherio at the address shown. I'd like to thank you for investing the time in listening to this webinar. I hope it has opened up your mind and provided some food for thought. Thank you very much.